All right, good evening, everyone. Tonight we are talking with Drop Dead Paranormal, who's an all female team based out of Kansas. They are three women who are united by shared passion for both history and the paranormal. So stay with us as we talk to them about all their experiences tonight on Unraveling the Darkness.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good.
Seems like forever since we talked.
I know. It's been like a week.
I know. Like,
It's been a really
usually
weird week.
we're messaging back and forth, but I think it's been a crazy week for both of us.
Yeah.
So, not much on the WoW front. We're working on some stuff and trying to
Yep.
finish some stuff and getting that going. So we'll see what we can get out and where we're going to be hopefully the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Get some things figured out, get to investigate some places, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
We need to get out and go hunt.
Yep. Need to go talk to some ghostesses. I had a cool weekend.
Yeah, that's right. You guys went down to Denver, huh?
Middle of the month, and Gina took me to Denver, and we stayed at this bed and breakfast, Castle Marn. That's pretty cool. And we did Phantom of the Opera Saturday night, and then Sunday was this beer spa thing, which
I
was
saw the beer spa. I've never heard of one of those before, but it seemed pretty cool.
I guess like Austrian that it's actual beer in the tub.
Really?
But here it was like hops and barley, and then you could pick one of three aromatherapy type things.
Okay.
So pick that, and then you get a tumbler, and you choose your beer. And it was like 9 a.m, so did a electrolyte drink instead of a beer. But yeah, then you go in.
Good choice. Yeah.
It was like this whole thing. It was really cool, like this infrared sauna, and then like go from that, jump in a cold shower, then get in your tub, and
you lost me at cold shower. There's no way in hell. I don't see how people do those ice baths and all that. No way. No.
Oh, but going from the infrared thing into there was nice.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. No.
And then a massage chair, and it was pretty neat. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was a good time. Phantom was pretty cool. I saw somewhere that when the Buell renovated, they renovated for Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, really?
Even though it wasn't there, they did it so that when it came, it would be. And it was awesome. It was good.
So they had the whole, the big organ and all that playing during it, and
right. Well, the orchestra in the pit, but I mean the chandelier was huge.
Really?
We were in the mezzanine, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And it like drops down over the crowd, and I'm like, oh, good Lord, what if those wires?
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, pretty neat. Good time. And then we saw like Gina had a friend from Rapid City there, and then someone else she knew. Like all these people were like, oh, we were there, and we're like, we were too. That was so
small world.
Yeah, pretty neat place. So I always think of those old theaters like that because it's like downtown Denver, and the building's really cool. I'm like, you know me.
Yep.
Is this haunted?
It's haunted. Got to be haunted.
So, all right. Did you have a good weekend? You went and picked up your kid from Denver.
Ashton did his first I can't say solo trip. Him and his friend went to Washington, and but yeah, that was like their first teenage adventure, and everything went great for him. They had a blast, and yeah, so it was good. I was happy for him.
Good. That's great.
Teenage boys need to get out and explore,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in a whole different state. I mean, that had to be fun. So, all right. Well, let's bring in Drop Dead Paranormal. Hello, everyone.
Hello, how we doing?
Good.
Good, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Doing good. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So let's start with how did you start Drop Dead Paranormal? Heather.
So it actually started with a workplace group. We call it an ERG, so an employee run group within our workplace. You can create these little like fun side groups, kind of like clubs in school, right? Where you can get together in a chat and you can create it with something that you find interesting. I'd created one called That's the Spirit. And the goal was to try to gather more weirdos together that liked spooky stuff, because it's not just normal conversation that you have, walking around the office. Hey, you like to ghost hunt? Hey, you like Halloween? You like spooky stuff? Yeah, it's just not a conversation that you typically have. So I created that group in hopes of bringing more people together that like to ghost hunt, that like to talk about aliens, all the things. And from there, Drop Dead Paranormal was created because I found a lovely group of ladies that loved ghost hunting as much as I do. And we got together through many different investigations and really clicked. And we're like, hey, we need to do something, just us, just have our own little thing. So we collaborated for a long time, going back and forth with names and logos and, what we wanted to be. And that became Drop Dead.
Nice. That'd be cool to have like work people. I mean, mine only has 2 other people there, but if you're a little bit larger, to find those people that you can mingle with even like during work, right?
Yeah. I've got about 80 people in that group right now, and I post something every day. Usually I try to do like a themed something, like Tuesdays we talk about true crime, Mondays we talk about different types of mystery, Wednesdays it's aliens, Thursdays it's cryptids. I try to throw a bunch of stuff in there, and we meet once a month or so over a lunch hour just to get together and chat and just hang out, and it's good time.
Nice. So what got you interested in the paranormal?
For me personally, it started with an episode of Ghost Adventures. Sounds lame. I know it's probably a lot of other people's stories too, either Ghost Adventures or Ghost Hunters. They were investigating the Sally house, and I was like, well, that's not very far from me. And then I went to looking at that house, and then I found the villa, and I liked the villa price way more for the night, and it's huge. So I gathered some girls and my mom, and we all went to the villa, and we had zero equipment, zero knowledge of what we were doing. We were terrified the entire night. But from then I was hooked. I was like, okay, where are we going next? When are we going back? So that was me. I don't know if the other girls,
We're gonna make it through everybody.
All right.
Mindy, what got you interested in the paranormal?
Honestly, I've been interested since I was a little girl. I've always been fascinated with ghosts and stories about ghosts or haunted stuff, and so kind of like Heather said, I know it's cheesy, but Zach Baggins had me hooked there for a while, and would sit and I was a paramedic, and so while I was going to school, I would have that playing in the background while I would study, and because I need noise, and then I'd find myself like drifting over and watching the TV more than studying. So, but yeah, I've always been interested, always. And then joined That's the Spirit.
I think depending upon, because there was a few years difference between ghost hunters, like OG ghost hunters, and then Ghost Adventures coming on.
Yep.
So I think depending upon age or area, even, it goes back to like OG ghost hunters or Ghost Adventures for everyone.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it last week we were talking about it, where it's like that really opened it up for all of you. Heather, you said it earlier, weirdos, all of us other weirdos to come out and say, hey, we can actually get out and do this stuff and not have to like hide about it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah,
Chris,
now you're even doing ERGs with them, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
I love that origin story for that.
Yeah. Carissa,
There was
what
a
was
oh,
your
sorry, go
interest?
ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Mindy. That's okay.
I was going to say for the longest time, I can remember feeling like, oh, if I say anything about what's happened to me or whatever, people are going to think I'm nuts. I got to keep this all to myself. So it's really a great opportunity to, like Heather said, to connect with people, weirdos like me, who enjoy talking about this stuff and hearing about other people's experiences and learning more about, the great beyond.
Right.
So,
And like now, like us, we have like our ghost friends and then like our
Mhm.
regular friends.
right.
Our regular
Yeah.
friends are like, we'll support you, but we're not coming.
Right.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
support you, but this shit's weird. Yep.
That's too much for
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
Carissa, what got you interested in investigating paranormal?
Kind of like Mindy. I actually can't remember a time that I wasn't. My family has ghost stories. When I was a baby, we lived out in Overbrook, which is like country here, and so we have a UFO story, and where cows were found mutilated the next day, things like that. So my uncle Phil, we have a Rochester cemetery here, and there is a lore of the albino witch there. And he told me he was out there drinking one night with a friend and they saw her. And so, yeah, we got plenty of stories to go around.
It's like a whole family thing with you.
Yep.
Uh, I think we're going to touch back on the alien cow thing because that's Jason's right up Jason's alley.
Yep. I was just about ready to start talking about it because
Go ahead.
it's I always wondered, like in the 80s, early 90s, you always heard about these cattle mutilations, right? And then they just kind of stopped and you didn't hear about them anymore. And Aaron and I had the opportunity last year to sit down with some people in an informal session or an informal space. And I got to be careful of how I say this here. So, but they are actually being investigated by government entities, but they are classified. And that these are being investigated but not for public consumption, which is very interesting to me.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I think that's a big reason why we've stopped hearing about them. Just like how crop circles all of a sudden stopped. You don't really hear
Yeah.
about those much anymore either, right? Like,
Mhm.
Well, I find it funny because they like release this whole, there are UFOs or
Yeah.
UAPs, right?
UAPs
Mhm.
now, yes.
Right.
Yep.
So there are these things and we're going to acknowledge it. And then it's all quiet.
Yep.
Like we're not saying a whole lot about it, but yes, there are these things, but we're not going to say anything anymore.
Yep.
So
Well, it's
yeah,
just like
'cause
all
that
the
was-
UAPs in New Jersey, right? I mean, that was going on for months. There were, hearings in the Senate about what the source of these were,
Yeah.
right? They were causing such concern. And then all of a sudden it was like the FAA, released, oh yeah, no, it was a government contractor. Everything's fine. It's like, yeah, I don't buy that.
Right.
Don't buy that. That's me putting my tinfoil hat on, but just, I don't buy that.
It's amazing to me how things were acknowledged, but nobody you acknowledged it. Why aren't we like hearing more about it? Like you said, like it's
Exactly.
just it's insane that nobody
Right.
presses, I guess, anymore about that.
Right. They got, it made everyone happy that it was announced and okay, that's good. And now that they acknowledge it, we're good. And
Yep.
some of us are not good. We want to know.
Right.
No,
Right.
freaking tell me the Roswell story. It's been long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want to say hi to Myra over there. She's on here every week since we've talked to her. And hi, Myra.
Yes.
Uh,
We love
I
Myra.
did see you guys were at the Aurora brothel.
Hmm.
We
And
were.
how was that? That place sounds really cool.
It was
cool.
amazing.
Mhm.
And Myra is amazing.
I have a
So-
story.
Oh, tell them your story.
hear it.
Please do.
So, unfortunately, my mom recently passed away, and while we were taking care of her place, I found this little silver sterling ring in her bathroom cabinet, and I just started wearing it, and I kept it on the whole time we went out there. I had it on my pinky finger the whole time, and then it was either when we was getting ready to go to bed, or in the morning when we were getting ready to go. It came off my hand. I did not realize. Mindy and I were halfway back to Topeka. It's a 3-hour drive. And she mentioned something about it, and I looked at my hand, and it was gone. And I was like, no. And
Well, it
so,
kept falling off all night long. I'd
Yes,
hear a
yes.
ding, and I'm
and
like,
she
Krista,
kept
your
telling
brain.
me, she did tell me, I didn't listen. So I messaged Myra. I'm like, I know this is a long shot, and I showed her a picture of it because I had taken a photo of it when I found it because it's really cool looking. It's tarnished and everything, but I love it. Anyway, she went and looked and couldn't find it. And lo and behold, fast forward to today, she said that because she went and looked everywhere for it, and she's like, well, where were you? And I'm like, well, hell, we were all over the place. I can't even, here's where I slept. But this morning, there's a big rug in front of her, the door where you go into the antique shop, and she had vacuumed this morning, like literally this morning. And then she had a customer who bought a table, and she helped him take this table out. And they sit it down because she wanted to clean it off. She looks down, and my ring is sitting in the middle of that big rug in the front of the antique shop. And it wasn't there before. So I don't think the ghosties took it. I think it literally came off my finger, but I think they put it there so that she would find it for me.
Wow. And
Yeah.
she says she cleaned it.
Oh, thank
She cleaned
you.
Aw,
That's sweet.
That's cool.
that place was fun. It was a
I
good
want-
time.
I want
Yeah,
to
I'm just gonna
piggyback
throw
on.
out. I'm gonna throw it out real quick, Aaron. I'm having some USB cable issues, so video is cutting out, but my audio is still good. So we'll just keep on going with it.
Okay.
And my cat's trying to break into the room, so if he gets too loud, I'll mute.
You're good.
Yeah, we don't hear it at all. You're good.
Okay.
I want to piggyback on your story because my wife, Gina, who's part of our group, kind of had the same thing happen. Her brother passed away a few years ago, and she took they were from Wisconsin, like Green Bay Packers are in the blood, cheese, all that stuff, right? So she took an earring off and had the Packer logo on it. It was a football, and put it in with him, and then had the other one made into a necklace. So not this last November, but the November before, she went to go visit her sister-in-law and the nieces and nephews, and then went to her parents' house. Remembers putting the necklace on the morning she was leaving, came home, we couldn't find it.
No.
Couldn't find it. So she's like, maybe it fell off at my parents' house. So they looked, they couldn't find it. She looked everywhere. We looked everywhere. Like, I went to the jewelry case and I'm looking through and I'm touching everything and nothing. So she went back this November and she went and looked. We're in the bedroom she stayed in, nothing. This past Saturday, we're getting ready to go to Denver. You heard the story. We went down there for the weekend. It's hanging up in the jewelry case.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, she went out to
Really?
get a bag and she comes in and I'm ironing some clothes. She goes, guess what I found? And I was like, I don't know what. And she holds it up. I'm like, oh, was it in the bag that you just went and get? Did we not? She's like, no, it's hanging in the jewelry case. And I was like, no, it wasn't. She goes, I thought maybe you found it and put it in there. She was gone for a week. And I'm like, no, I didn't find it. And yeah, same type thing,
That is so
it
cool.
just popped back up. And it's like, that is
That
so
is
crazy.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she was pretty upset about it. And I looked everywhere, like, seriously, in the jewelry case. I was touching like everything so I didn't miss it. And I'm like, I know it wasn't in there.
And how long had it been since she lost it?
A year November.
Wow.
December, January, February, March. So almost a year and a half.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So crazy. So yeah, that same thing. Like, it just pops up somewhere, right?
Well, and that open space, I mean, she has it's
Oh,
a gypsy shop. It's a like a flea market with antiques and everything else. So she's got a lot of stuff in there. So had they not put it where they did, I mean, what would the chances of her finding a little ring?
Yeah.
So
I think that spirits definitely move stuff and
Mhm.
will put it where you need to find it when you need to find it, right?
like my keys.
yes, under my suitcase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mindy
so
lost her
same-
keys.
Yeah,
Tell that
same
story.
day we were leaving to go to dinner after we kind of checked in. We were coming back after dinner to get the history tour and do all this stuff. And normally I keep my keys in my pocket or in my purse. And we had brought all of our stuff in, set it down, and I could not find my keys. anywhere. They weren't in my bag. They weren't in my pockets, nowhere. And I started to kind of freak out a little bit, and everybody was looking everywhere. Like, I retraced my whole steps through the store. And Myra was helping, like, and I went out to the car just to double check. I didn't leave him in the car, nothing there. And stuff that had been brought in that I know I didn't carry in. My keys were found underneath Carissa's suitcase unexplainably. No idea how that got
That
there.
suitcase was
Wow.
brought in before her keys went missing is the thing. So
So
if you want poltergeist activity, go to the Aurora brothel.
the ring,
right.
when were you guys at the Aurora and
Uh,
lost the ring? When was that?
Saturday.
Okay.
Mhm.
So still, I mean, and you left Sunday, right?
Mhm,
Yep.
So now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Mhm.
mhm.
you can't tell me that if someone didn't see it, they wouldn't have picked it up right there. And
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
looked for it.
yeah,
It wasn't anywhere.
so
I think they
crazy.
liked us and they were mad that we left anyways because Myra took the picture. The girl saw it too. Something
Yeah.
fell and broke after we left, and it looked. I don't know what it was, but it like little glass pieces. She's like, "What broke?" I'm like, "God, I don't know. I'm so sorry. Like if
Yeah.
we would have heard
I know I
something."
freaked out when I saw that photo too. I was like, no, we didn't
Yeah.
break it.
Well, and it was
We
in
didn't
the
hear a
antique.
thing.
It was in the antique side, and we didn't go out the antique side. We went out toward the side door. So it's like,
Mhm.
it's like that was just my way of thinking, like, oh, they were mad that we left.
Mhm.
Wow.
I agree.
Someone does mention over here in the comments, what if the spirits are moving things to delay you and save you from something bad? With the keys, I can see that. You know,
I agree
Totally
completely.
possible, yes.
yeah,
Mhm,
a necklace for a year and a half is a bit weird,
Yeah.
but yeah, a ring 4 days.
Mhm.
mhm.
Yeah, wow. So what kind of other stuff did you get there? Because she when we had her on, boy, that place sounds really active.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I
We
feel
had
like
a
we
lot
got
of
good stuff.
We had a lot of crazy Estes
Yes.
come through.
Mhm.
I fully expected up in the attic because it was more of like that was the brothel area. So I was kind of expecting more ladies to come through. No, we had a lot of guys coming through and hitting on us very forward.
Yeah.
Geez,
And we
guys,
were like,
calm
we
down.
know what happened here. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, well, all women going in. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
creepy guys.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different vibe in there. It's the attic is so open and it's
Mhm.
huge and it's so in the dark, especially is so ominous. Like you're sitting
Mhm.
there and you just there's so much space, but you feel like it's still so enclosed or like somebody's just right here. The basement is a whole different vibe too. It's a bit more,
Yeah.
I kind of described it as like a shy, but you just get that weird feeling something really not good happened in there. But I mean, it's 10,000 square feet and
Wow.
it just goes like you think you've reached
Forever.
the end and you hit a whole room with it just, you shine your flashlight down there and it just keeps going. So
Mhm.
it's a wild space.
Wow.
And well, half of the basement has one feel, and then the other half, when we stepped over there, and that was the part that had that enclosed room with the big hole in the wall.
Mhm.
That was a whole
Mhm.
different vibe. You walked over
It
there, and
was.
you felt the shift. Yeah.
It was.
Mindy kept seeing shadow figures in there, and that
Yeah.
none of us went in the hole.
No, we weren't
We
brave
thought
enough.
about it. We
Gina's,
thought about it though.
Gina's asking, do you think the lady spirits were not so excited about more females coming in and maybe that you were competition?
That's a good idea. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, they sure didn't talk to us much.
nope.
We did get some female names come through, but they definitely weren't as talkative as
Mhm.
the men were.
And we were getting really that one Estes. We got full names. We got
Dates.
yeah,
Yeah.
April 28th, 1918. They talked about President Truman. They talked about a
Mhm.
Japanese reporter. They talked
Mhm.
about the name was what was it? George Daniels, something like
Yes.
that.
Something
Wow.
like that. Yeah.
It was. I think that was. I don't know. That was so
I don't-
specific.
I don't even know if we've ever gotten a date like that, like the
No.
full month, day, and year before. I mean,
No.
it was
Very
it was
specific.
definitely interesting. Yeah.
Did you like look up to see if there was anything going on that date?
We did. Go ahead, Carissa.
Oh no, I was you. If you found something, I started looking, but I haven't had the time to invest yet to really dig.
It just gave me kind of like bullet points, but there was something about President Truman
Which
during that time frame. So yeah,
Oh,
I
and
need
that
to go
was
back and reread, but yeah.
wow. I think brothels are pretty cool because you do get a lot of that different energy,
Hmm.
between the men that were in there, the women that were in there, the different types of men that were in there, right?
Yes.
You had everyone from like people from the street to socialites. We we did the one in Butte and it was the same thing, like minors up to judges and stuff. And yeah, so crazy.
Well,
Did
that
you
main
guys?
floor, the main floor there was a saloon. It was,
Mhm.
a casino area. I mean, it had all sorts of energy going through there. All sorts of foot traffic. Across the street was a bank. Just even outside there was a couple deaths, I think, out at the train tracks, just
Mhm.
right next to it. So I mean, just all sorts of stuff. Sorry, Minnie, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're fine. I was just going to ask, did you get more females names or more female interaction when at your brothel that you went to
We
versus maybe?
had so 3 levels.
Mhm.
Main level was like people off the street would come in, and that's where they would be. And then there were tunnels into the basement.
Oh
And the
wow.
that's where the miners would come in.
Mhm.
So we got like miners in the basement. The girls would have to pay for their security guard. So if they asked him to come down, they had to pay for him. And I don't think many in the basement, because that was your lower class women.
Mhm.
I don't think they probably called him down there many times because they were trying to make money.
Sure.
But we did get a security guard in the basement. Um, the craziest thing was the second we did it 2 nights. The second night we broke into teams of the girls and then Jason and I.
Mhm.
So they were upstairs, we were downstairs, and we film in white light, and we got turn off your headlight, and of course the
Hmm.
headlamps that they used. So the first night it was really weird. We did a whole group thing and it was pretty weird feeling. Like we went downstairs and Michelle's one of these, like, she's like, I'll investigate anywhere. I'll do it on my own. Send me in. I'll do solos. And we go into the basement and I look over and I'm like, are you okay? Because she just had this look. And she goes, no, it's pretty creepy down here. So that was the first night. So the second night we do this and we turn off the headlamp. And as soon as it gets dark, Jason and I were talking about it then. I'm like, the miners use the dark to their advantage.
Absolutely.
They work in it. And as soon as the light went off, you could feel 180-degree energy change. It was
Wow.
bad.
It got intense at times there. It really did.
I feel like, and then upstairs was like the high class girls, Adam. And that's where the judges and all those people would go, right?
Mhm.
Upstairs, we went through like music eras. So it was a brothel from the 1890s to 1982. So we were able to go through like a very a big library of music, right? From 20s up to the 80s. And we got a bunch of stuff up there. The second night, I feel like maybe both teams set each other up for failure. And
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
I only say it that way because like the girls started upstairs and we were in the basement. And when we left the security guard, we got Tony. So we're just talking to Tony. We're like, okay, Tony, the girls are coming down. Watch after them. And then the girls were upstairs. Gina and Michelle were upstairs. Like, all right, the guys are coming up here, but they're married. So you make sure that so we both kind of, at the end, we were like, man, did we just set each other up for failure by like protect these girls and then don't mess with the guys? So helped us learn a lesson, And that's what we do, right? We investigate to keep learning stuff and how to change what we do to get the best results, right? And get the most research. So
Yeah, and I mean, really, and if you look at it, we even with doing it that way, we did learn something because that completely changed the activity for those couple hours, right, while we were
Right.
investigating as teams. So we may not have gotten activity, but seeing that sudden drop
Hmm.
based on what was said by both teams was really interesting.
Because we did one here in town, and it was really good, and we never really had that separation. So, but I think brothels are cool because you get such a wide range of people that you might be able to communicate with.
Yeah, that was our first one that we investigated.
Mhm.
So it was definitely a different experience. The drive
It
kind of
was.
stunk, but
The what?
the drive.
Yeah, we hear you there. We are like at least 6 hours from everything.
Yeah. That was, I think, with picking up a couple, it was about 4. So yeah, it was less than what you guys had to do. I know
Or
you're
an
like,
easy drive.
okay. We're used to the 45-minute to
Right.
hour and a half, hour 45, maybe tops.
Yep.
We have a
We're
couple
spoiled.
places in Denver. We're about an hour and 45 if we do Denver. So
Yeah.
but you have investigated one of the places we're getting ready to go this year, the Garnett House. We first heard about it. We heard about it when we booked Whiteface because Justin owns both. But then we had Penn Paranormal on, and they were telling us about it, and we're like, wow. And Jason's like, okay, that's going to the top of my list. And
Yep.
now here we are
Definitely.
getting ready to
Yep.
go there this year. Mindy, tell us a little bit about Garnet House.
So the first night that I went to Garnett, it was very cold. I mean, very cold. And I had never been there. I'd only heard stories of the girls because they had been there before me. And I was sitting in what we like to call the cowboy room, which sits at the top of the steps. So you're looking down into the first floor. It's very dark. I could have swore I saw things climbing like on the walls or crawling on the walls. I could see orbs with my plain eye, like just shooting across the room. And I think, Heather, you were doing Estes in the bathroom, if I remember correctly. And then Carissa and another one of our group members at the time was in the room next to me. And then another girl was in another room by herself. So we were kind of all separated out. I like to pride myself in the fact that I don't get scared, that I'm just more curious than anything. Yeah, I sounded like a little 5-year-old because I was like, Sarah, can you please come sit with me right now? Because it's really scary over here. I didn't like it, but I loved it at the same time. I got very freaked out.
It's those kind of stories with the Garnett House that like moved it right to the top of my list. I'm like, okay, we're going.
So then that night, I don't think it was that night, but we've been so many times that that was also the date of my grandmother's. She had died like several years before that, but that was her anniversary date of her death. And so I got little kind of messages coming through Estes when Heather was doing Estes that seemed like it was directed toward me, like from my grandmother, which was kind of cool. We also did Estes when I think it was like one of the first 2 times I had done Estes, and Heather had asked, what's around Mindy right now? Because it felt like something was touching me on my right side. Well, my dog I had lost like a month before. And I said her dog in Estes. And it was so cool because it didn't dawn on me until I went back and watched like the live stream, because she was live at the time. I went back and watched it, that I was like, oh, my dog was there too. I mean, it was really kind of cool. But the most memorable event at Garnett, I had a recorder running, and in the ladder room or attic room, it looked like a very large bird had gotten into the attic and then pooped on the floor. So I'm talking to Heather, and again, I have the recorder just running in the background. And I look at Heather and I say, wow, that is a really big poop stain. So when I was reviewing the evidence and stuff, whatever, I hear this poop stain. After I said it, I was like, of all the things that I've ever said in my entire life, that's what you say back to me. That's what you imitate, or that's what you, I don't want to say mimic, but that's what you decide to repeat is poop stain. Are you kidding me?
Because it's
So
fun.
it was, I just love it there. I really, truly do. It's a great place. We always get good stuff. We always get great activity. Um, I, I don't know. I just love it. I absolutely love Garnett.
Man, I can't wait. Like the stories we hear out of there are great.
Hmm. When are you all going?
We're going over Labor Day. We have 2 nights.
Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, we're excited.
I'm
Carissa, how
excited
about
for
you?
you.
What's that?
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear your reaction about it.
Yeah. You're where you're like, can you come over here? I have the same thing. I'm like, Jason.
Yeah. They definitely had to come save me that night. I was like a little 5-year-old girl going, I'm not scared. I'm scared. Heather's like, don't be scared. I'm like, but I'm scared. It was a good time though.
I think the thing that got us was like people that have been there multiple times are like, okay, we've been there multiple times, but like this third time that we went, we couldn't finish out the night because it was too much.
That's what had sold me on it. Yeah. When they told us that and they were like, yeah, we were up in the attic and we couldn't do it. We had to leave for the night. I'm like, yes, we're going. We're freaking going.
Yeah. So
I'm
how about
excited for you guys.
Any stories from Garnett that you want to share?
So that was my first real investigation. And Garnett is also known for objects moving. The spirits like to move things around. And Justin was walking us through. Was it the kitchen area, Heather, in the corner? Okay, you're going to see it. There is this old Weeble Wobble. I call it a Weeble Wobble toy. It's one of these little plastic things, and it's got the round base so that no matter what, it'll pop back up. That thing, we walked by, all of us girls, we were almost like in a single file line going by, and it goes boom. We screamed and jumped and all of that. And I was like, I'm going to figure this toy out because, it was my first investigation. So I'm just like, really, really, really. But no, really. And it's not the only toy that's gotten us. The fire truck has gotten us. The dolls do their thing all the time. So when you go in the house, take note of where everything is. You can check the positioning if you want. Justin's got a lot in there. So take some pictures so you know where things are. So that way you know that they moved. And when the spirits do their thing, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely sounds like when we want to take pictures as we go in and start out with.
Yep.
That could be cool.
There have been numerous times where we come up the steps and there's like what is it, a large Raggedy Ann doll? Is that what you'd call it, Heather? The one in the cowboy room that always falls down on the couch. Looks like they've taken her legs and gone, like tried to rip her in half.
Yeah.
Like we'll leave, she'll be sitting up there just fine, and then come back and she's like on her head and twisted, and looks like they tried to tie her in a knot. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds like a pretty cool place.
I think like when I go in and film B-roll, we're gonna have to have someone just go in and take pictures too, and just document where everything is, because being able to catch that would be amazing.
Yep.
Very
what are some other places that y'all have been to?
Yeah. We've been all over.
Villa.
McIntyre Villa. Yeah. Beatty Mansion.
Missouri State
Mortuary. Missouri State Penitentiary. Trying to think back. We're going to go to a couple new ones this year too. We're going to go to Malvern Manor, and we're going to go to Ashmore Estates. So,
Sleeper Mortuary. We've been there numerous times.
Yeah, we tend to go back a lot to places a lot, which I personally like to do because I feel like you can't figure out a place in one stay. Like you have to go back and peel layers. And I feel like we've had a lot of really cool experiences just because of that, just because we go back over and over again. It's like spirits get used to you. They get familiar with you, and new things happen.
I can tell you. Sorry, Carissa.
No, we've been to McIntyre multiple times, and Heather just told me because I've been kind of out of pocket with my mom for months, and Mindy had some things she was taking care of, so Heather was flying solo for just a little bit, and then Heather messaged us and was like, "Yeah, I was at McIntyre. They asked whoever the team was," and I was just like, "Cause they remember you. They really truly they know who you are. When you return, they know."
I think it
Yeah.
was in September, Heather, that we were at the villa, and it was that night we were upstairs in the hallway, and we kept getting that whistle. And I swear to you, it was like somebody somewhere in the house was whistling. Like, so I used to be a paramedic, and so I had to like immediately like put my back up against the wall and go, okay, what is going on? That sounds too real, too lifelike. Like they're standing right next to me whistling, but it was the spirits that was communicating with us. Like it was just so intense, to say the least.
Yep.
That looks
Sometimes
like a really
you-
neat place too. And I saw the other day that Stephanie is now putting it up for sale.
yeah.
So maybe,
Oh, I missed that. I didn't know she was putting it up.
yeah,
Mhm.
and selling it for like 600.
Mhm.
Hopefully, someone in the paranormal field can keep it that way, and we understand if it can't happen, but be cool.
Yeah.
The videos that she posts just on the page are, there's whistles quite a bit on some of those, and
Mhm.
yeah, that's pretty neat. Some of the stuff she catches, going in later.
A pretty amazing moment that we actually caught on camera there. We were all in Goldie's room and the piano room. So if you've never been, right? So when you walk in the back door, it goes through the kitchen, leads into the dining room, and then off of that is Goldie's room and then the piano room. Off from that is the TV room. We were in these two rooms here investigating. We had all of our stuff in the TV room. And all of a sudden we hear this loud crash. Sounds
Yeah.
like a pot or pan or something fell in the kitchen. Like, what in the hell was that? So we're going around
Mhm.
investigating. Mindy goes into the TV room, sees that her cup that was sitting on the tote that was in between the TV and the coffee table had fallen over. So we text Stephanie. We're like, hey, can you look back on camera? She's got cameras all over. She pulled up the footage. It looks like someone bumps that tote because you hear the bump, and it bumped so hard that it toppled her cup over. No one was in that room.
No.
And it's a
It's
sturdy
most
tote,
insane thing.
sturdy cup. It's not like
Yeah.
it was wobbly. It's nothing like that. It was like solid.
It was
And
almost like,
clean. So
yeah, it was like somebody was trying to walk by and just kind of wedge themselves in and just hit the tub to try to move on by. It was bizarre.
Wow, that's crazy.
Very cool. Very cool, though.
Crazy. One of the questions I always like to ask is bucket list places.
Oh.
So, Carissa, let's start with you. A bucket list place that you want to investigate.
The Stanley Hotel. Yeah,
Have you ever been?
not yet.
It's cool.
I want to.
Cool place.
Yeah, I've always liked going to the Stanley.
Yeah, it's like hour and a half from us. So yeah,
Oh,
pretty
see.
cool.
lucky ducks.
We'll be up in that area
Yeah.
probably at the end of this month. Bigfoot Festival is this month.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Mindy, how about you? Bucket list place.
Gosh. I'd say Stanley as well. I mean, I've just always wanted to go there. Or a good asylum, or, just, I don't care. Just give me a haunted location. I'm in. But Stanley is important to me. I'd really like to go there.
And Heather.
I would like to go to Waverly.
Yeah.
It's just a massive, awesome looking space. Even if I don't get anything there, I just want to go to say I went and just to look
Mhm.
around. It's one thing I do enjoy, like with the Missouri State Penitentiary. It's just got so much history to it. So just being able to walk those halls and just kind of be immersed in it is awesome.
Mhm.
We have talked about Missouri State Penitentiary, maybe doing some kind of unraveling gathering. So like all the guests that we've had on over a year and a half now be like, hey, how about we all gather and meet here and investigate?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in.
So something we've talked and we've thrown out there something that we probably need to look at sometime if we really want to do it. But
I think so because we've gotten nothing but positive responses on it. So I
right,
think we just need to roll with this, dude.
yeah, I think it'd be
How
cool
far
to get
away is that from you?
from us.
Yeah.
It's got to be 11 hours.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, there's nothing. We were so Whiteface House in Yates Center was 10 and a half. Butte,
Whiteface is
Montana was
worth
10
it.
and a half. We're going to be 10 or 11 to Garnet. And then 2 weeks later, we're turning around. We're coming back out to Hutchinson for Central Kansas Paracon.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've done a few places in our hometown. We're in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and we've done a few places here. Denver, that's about an hour and a half. Other than that, everything else has been those drives.
Yep.
We'll drive.
We're
Yeah, we're
really out.
looking. It's right at 12 hours from Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's like centrally located. So I think, in the US, so we could get everyone from when we first started out, we thought we were a Tennessee podcast for like the first month and a half. Everyone we interviewed was from Tennessee. So they could come up there. It's not that far, We've been doing quite a bit of Kansas, it seems, recently.
Yeah, we have.
So
It's weird how it kind of comes in areas
yeah.
or guests. Yeah.
Arizona, we did some. So it's kind of that central place, I think, where, we could do a gathering, and it's large enough, right, that everyone could investigate. And
Well, if you get an Airbnb while you're there to stay, you have to stay at Hobo House. I think it's just Hobo House. It's an Airbnb, but it's haunted. You can get it and stay. So you have 2 places to investigate.
that's the coolest thing. Like, we did Squirrel Cage Jail years ago when the team first started, and our Airbnb was probably more haunted than the jail. The Airbnb in Yates Center was haunted.
Yep.
And we probably got a little more stuff there than White House. And then we didn't really get anything in Butte, but in Butte. So have you watched it? Like, it's Dave Schrader, Ghosts of Devil's Perch.
Mm-mm.
So it's all about Butte. They did like 3 series where they did one town, and Butte was the Ghost of Devil's Perch one. And it was Katie Stafford, who makes equipment, Cindy Kaza, and Dave Schrader. And their centralized area where they would meet with the historian was this church. And we actually stayed in that church. It's a Airbnb. And then we got hold of people that own it, and we were able to go up into the main part, and it was super cool. It was super cool. So yeah, we like getting those Airbnbs, like those older places, because yeah, you get 2 for 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So-
I don't remember the name, or I don't know if it had a particular name or the address. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you guys. But there's another Airbnb there too. That was Jefferson City's first funeral home.
Oh,
That was the one when we went. I tried to book that one. I had it booked, and then she had something with scheduling that got mixed up, and so we unfortunately didn't get to stay at that one. But yeah, that's another, I feel like, top pick.
wow. So are you just a group that investigates, or are you looking to go into like public investigations and bringing in like public or anything like that, or just your group?
We've kind of dabbled here or there. I don't know with doing, because we still run with That's the Spirit. We run more like, not like really public, I guess. It's still kind of within the workplace, but we do like events with them too.
Right.
So we'll book out other things.
Book a place and then put it out to everybody in the group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we do a little bit of that, but we haven't, that I can think of, right? We haven't really
Well,
done.
we have another team here. They're called Ghostlight Paranormal, and they are into that. They have done some public ones. They did one at a local cemetery here, and I think raised a couple of $1,000s for them.
Mhm.
And that cemetery is very active. We investigated there a couple of different nights, our team together, and so they're really good at that. And I think that us three, I think we're very community, like tight community with
Right.
us and our work group, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's probably fun to open it up to the all the other people in your spirit group and then get some different people in. And do you see any different energy when you bring some of those others with you?
Yes, but I'm the grouchy one, and so if it's too many people, I get annoyed, and so I actually tried to talk Heather into the public stuff earlier on, which was dumb now that I know myself a little bit better because that wouldn't work out for me. So
I knew it.
I knew you knew. I didn't know, but you knew.
Great. Paranormal triage over here. Brenda, we've had them on the show. She's like, public investigations can get complicated, but
Yeah.
fun. And yes, they can. Yeah.
And we're definitely open to like I've talked to Scott with Ghostlight about, helping with some of his things here and there. So like we're open to helping, but I don't think we're the group that's like, yeah, let's go plan it. Let's go do the whole thing,
Right.
So
Right. Well, it's been a great time having you guys on, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime if you have new stuff going on. We'd love to have you on.
yeah,
Well,
thanks so
thank
much for
you
having
very
us.
much.
Yeah, this 50 minutes went by quick. Holy
I know. I
crap.
looked up on
Yeah, it
the-
did.
So, but some great stuff. You guys have been to great locations. Did you started with the Sally House? Have you been to the Sally House?
Did a daytime tour.
Okay.
Which real quick story on that, because I did have a weird thing happen in the basement.
You just told on yourself, but okay, keep going.
It's fine.
Great. Now she's banned. Way to go.
We're never going back.
I have had my spirit box, my SB7 forever. I've had a little additional speaker that you can attach to it and make it louder. Never had any issues with it. I took it down in the basement and I put it in the hole, which is supposedly a portal to hell. Put it in there. It's loud. I'm asking, do you know Tony Pickman? How do you feel about him? Is this a portal to hell? All these questions. And all of a sudden, my speaker goes quiet. And I'm like, well, maybe it died. We'd just been at the villa the night before. I'd used it. Maybe, figured the battery went dead. So I hit the power button expecting it to say power on because it shut off. It stopped. No, it says power off. Everything else was still on. The spirit box is, the SB7 is battery powered, had fresh batteries in it. That was still on, lit up. My speaker it's never done that.
I'm telling you,
the first piece of equipment I
I've
got.
had those problems with, mostly for me, it's the yes/no prism, the little triangle that Go Stop makes, right? You do yes, no.
Mhm.
And it's like, it'll be working perfectly fine. And then you get into one room and it just will not calibrate. It won't do anything. And then you leave that room and everything's fine again. It's the weirdest thing.
Recently, it was like a whole basement that it didn't want to work in.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what room we were in.
Wow.
It was the whole basement.
I did. Yeah, and it had worked. I had never had any issues with it anywhere else. And that first time going there, it just
And
made it
then
around to
left
the
there
question.
and you used it again and it was fine, right?
Yep.
That's how it happens.
So weird. We would definitely be open for an overnight stay there, though, at least once.
Yeah.
We gotta do it at least once.
It was on our list, so we kind of pick a list to choose from, and it was on our list until we saw the basement was closed. But I see recently that they got new stairs and opened the basement. All right.
I mean, we were careful.
So now that the basement opened back up, it's going to go back on our list of places to travel to on our Labor Day trips.
Yeah.
Have you been to Gettysburg?
Yes. I've been a couple
That's my
times.
bucket list then. That right there. Yeah.
Gettysburg is absolutely amazing.
I've been a couple times. The second time it was going to be Gina and I. We opened it up to the group. We're like, hey, you want to come on this trip with us? It wasn't really a group thing. And we were like, and we took some equipment. I love Gettysburg. Like I'd move there. I'd be out every weekend doing
Yeah,
something.
you'd be in heaven out there.
I would. I'm definitely more just the ghost stuff, the paranormal stuff that way. Jason is like cryptids and Bigfoot and aliens, and we did see some weird lights up in the sky, and we had a thermal, and we worked with that out there. I I could go on. Like all of our guests have asked, and all of our watchers have heard it several times. But it is a super cool place. Yes, if you get the chance, go. I would suggest not going during like Battlefield Bash or one of those
Right.
the
Oh,
paranormal
sure.
things.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I've been both times during the battle time, so January or July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And the activity in the places that we went was just off the hook, and it was crazy.
Wow.
Hospital Row is great. And then we found the park is closed from sunset to sunrise. It's a military park, but you can get like the edge of the park and be on like Seminary Ridge. And then the road's good and the dirt's good. But once you hit the rock fence, that starts the military park. So you're good right there. And battle was still happening. 26 square miles is how big it was. So we investigated that, and yeah, Jason's one of those. Again, he's like Michelle. He's like, put me anywhere. I'll do solos. I don't care. And I say he has 2 words for that trip.
I ran.
He went into the woods. So where the cannons are, they say for every 2 cannons, there were 6. And when you're driving down, we did the tour. When you're driving down, there had to be 300 cannons that would have been down this row. And he was like, if the cannon's here, then they were probably set up sleeping here. And he went into the woods, and there was this big open area. Stuff was throwing. We saw shadow figure. We had footsteps around us. It's a phenomenal place. I love talking about it. I could go on.
Cool.
Such a cool place. But even like Battlefield Bash, when it's the whole paranormal thing and all the groups are there and stuff, still good, I'm sure. But during the battle time is really neat. We did, Mark Nesbitt was a park ranger and has the Ghosts of Gettysburg books. We've had him on the show. Crazy stuff there. So cool.
Sounds like it.
We did his tour on July 4th, and we got finished with the tour, and the fireworks had started. And it was a little ways out of town, but just walking down the street, down Baltimore Street, and past like Jenny Wade House and that stuff, and the fireworks are going off, I just kind of stop and I'm like, this is what it would have been like.
Wow.
With the cannon fire and all the muskets, and like those fireworks are booming, and it was really neat. It was cool. If you do it, you got to take the across from the Jenny Wade House is where you get the big bus tour. It's like a 2-hour tour with the guides. The guides have been doing it forever. They have to do a test to be able to do it. The guy we had been doing it for 22 years or something. It's a super cool place. Super awesome. Go.
Okay, Heather, that's your job. You have to plan us a trip to Gettysburg.
Well, if we go, my husband's going to want to go too. So like full family trip.
That sounds good to me. Sounds good.
Well, thank you for coming on. We're going to put you in a green room and close out the show, and then we'll come back to you real quick.
Sounds
great.
Good, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh man, that was
sweet.
Super
talking
cool.
to a group a little closer to home. That's always nice.
Yeah, we're getting all these Kansas people, and we're going to be down in Kansas in September, going to our first con, the Central Kansas Paracon. We're excited.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
To them in the next couple of weeks too, and then we'll have them on again right beforehand.
I wonder what region we're going to start talking to next.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there
just like we're going to get overseas, and then we're going to get the overseas bug to start investigating over there.
I don't know that my bank account can handle that.
Right? Yeah, that'd be a little rough.
So, well, everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks, everyone. Unraveling the Darkness would like to thank Horn Paranormal Research for sponsoring our show. If you're craving more paranormal content, don't forget to check out our YouTube and Facebook channels at Way Out West Paranormal and Unraveling the Darkness. You can catch all of our episodes of Unraveling the Darkness on Apple Podcasts, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe, as it helps others find the show and join in on the paranormal fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, keep your lights on, stay safe, and remember, the truth is out there, and it might just be closer than you think.